I'm testing 4 bronzer sticks. One's kind of a bronzer stick, but anyway. We're gonna see which is best for fair skin. They're all contenders. I think they're all pretty strong options if you're looking for a bronzer stick for this or just a creamy bronzer for this. Let me know which one you think will be your favorite. If you have a favorite, absolutely share that below. Something that you've used. It doesn't have to be a bronzer stick. It could just be a cream bronzer. No one's paying me to say the following. No brand paid to get on this list. You're getting my absolutely honest review as always. If you like that kind of thing and you want to keep seeing more of it, don't forget to take 2 seconds, hit that like button. It makes a huge difference over here. I'm starting with the contour stick in copper. So again, it says contour. A couple of these are like that, but I interchange them. I know they're used for different things, but this is just how I roll. So I believe pretty much everything's a multitasker, so that's why I'm looking at it that way. This is $48. You get 0.28 ounces or 8 grams. This is actually dropped in price. These used to be more expensive. Has anybody noticed that? Ogee just randomly recently dropped them in price, so I'll take it. For the finish, there is going to be sort of a slight shimmer to this. It is a bit cooler toned, but it has sort of that earthy kind of, hence copper in there. You can really see it in the payoff. Cruelty-free, vegan, organic ingredients, does contain coconut oil. I will have an option here that does not contain currently coconut oil. It's also gluten-free, and this is one that does not have silicones and polymers. What you might like about this are, and I'll apply it while I'm talking to you, are the organic ingredients happening here. The brand takes a lot of time and attention in not only speaking about that, but I would imagine sourcing and vetting those ingredients. So the ingredients list looks pretty gorgeous, plus gluten-free if you're looking for that. That's gonna be a plus for you. If you like a bronzer, see, there you go. There's one caveat that I'm gonna get at in a second. But if you like a bronzer that's in between cool and warm, you're probably gonna like this one. And if you want a bronzer or a contour with a little bit of glow, it does impart a glow. You're not going to not see a glow. I found this to actually work pretty well. Something happens where there's a little bit of blending trouble that I see right on the cheek. So I usually don't put it here anymore. I was just talking, so I distracted myself. I'll put it up here, and I've prepped the skin. It's a natural payoff, which is another reason why I like it. It has very strong pigment, but you don't have to really use a ton of it to get a natural payoff. But a little bit goes a long way, so that helps with cost and value. Still, there's something about the blending in the middle of the face that I've been using this for a week, probably months at this point. Haven't quite gotten there with it. That's my one kind of, I don't know. I do love using it as an eyeshadow really fast. I've seen that a lot online where people just like put it here and here and here and contour all over the face. You can always just draw it directly onto the skin and then blend it in. But if you're looking for something that does not have a shimmer, that doesn't have coconut oil, you want something with more of a matte finish or a warm color. Oh, also this is plastic packaging, so not great, but you can look for another option, which is gonna come up next actually. Pretty strong with that contour, by the way. Really like carved that out. And it doesn't feel like much. I forgot to include that in there. You can see the full scorecard for the Ogee back on the website if you want to dive into all the details, see full demo, wear test, and all the rest of it. Next, the Axiology multi-stick shade piece. They do have a shape stick that is way better suited for contouring, so you're probably gonna see this and be like, why isn't she talking about that? I don't have it yet. But I have this guy, and I ended up just randomly reaching for it one day, and I love it. This is $24, 0.18 ounces, a little bit less for sure. 7 shades available, and the finish here gives a subtle sort of dewy glow. Tinted Dew is in the name of the product title, so of course we're gonna see that here. This is the ultimate of the entire bunch in terms of sustainability. You don't get much more sustainable than Axiology. They're phenomenal at that. Vegan, cruelty-free, does contain coconut oil, does not contain any polymer. I went all over the place with that. This is really buttery going on the skin. It's not super creamy, but buttery. It glides on beautifully, and it's a little bit of a warmer shade, the Peace shade. You'll see for the Tinted Dew sticks, they're a little bit more like blushes. I brought this up specifically because I really think it's going to be something that people with fair skin types are going to love. This might be easier to work with than the Ogee. As you can see, that's a little bit cooler, that's a little bit darker. This just kind of gives bounce to the skin and more warmth, so it really just depends on what you're looking for. Gives a little bit of a subtle dewy glow, but it does not have any shimmer or sheen in there. For the Ogee, I would say gives more of like a luminosity and a radiance. There's no glitter. It's not that kind of a sheen. You can absolutely see it. This one you can feel there's a little bit more of a moisture element, I feel, in the Axiology. There are two more that I'm going to talk about as well, but this is kind of like a nice moisturizing option. If you want stronger pigment payoff, then I would opt for something else that I'm going to mention in a second. I'm just going to, instead of taking all this off, I'm going to put some foundation on top and get to the last two, but I'm going to give you kind of a clear, clean base. It's not clean technically, I'm just going on top layering. Let's even this out. Clear canvas for the next round. This is like the quickest set ever. Oh man. Now it's time for the coconut free option. This is from Mango People. This is their Sun-Kissed Cream Bronzer. I have this in Chai. Definitely more warmth happening here. 27 bucks for this, 0.17 ounces, and there are 3 shades available. There is no sheen, there is no shimmer. There is a packaging claim, by the way, that says it's easily recyclable. And as I was pulling this roundup together, I was like, well, let me ask the brand about that. This is why I probably wouldn't have put it on the list if I'd have known. I have received 0 response from them. Nothing. Crickets. Very bad. It's something that I take pretty seriously because I test so many products, and let alone sustainability claims. Like, can you back them up? So I'm going to mention it over here. I have had it on Britt's picks before, but the truth is that I'm probably going to remove it unless I hear back. I don't want to have to DM them on social. Like, a brand should be able to respond to an email, especially about, is it easily recyclable? I feel like that's pretty misleading. I don't think it is. Anything this small is not going to go into a curbside recycling, most likely. So I think it's misleading. I asked the brand about it. They didn't respond. So anyway, I just want to share the product because I have it and I used to like it, but I'm pretty disappointed in the company right now. So you might not see it again on this channel. Vegan, cruelty-free, adaptogen ingredients. It's this whole shtick, which is great. Does not contain silicones or polymers. The ingredients list is really actually quite cool and beautiful. It's very, very creamy. So if you are okay with that, you think you're probably gonna run through it quickly, you don't. You can even build on top. It just makes it so it blends in really well, in my opinion. That's what I get from this. As you can see, the pigment blends out. I can use this as a multitasker. I can take the remaining product and put it underneath the chin, carve it out a little bit. But it is a stronger payoff. So if you have fair skin and you're like ramping up slowly in the bronzer realm, then you're probably just gonna wanna use this sparingly. A little bit absolutely goes a long way here. But I do think that it's very possible to do that and achieve a natural bronzy kind of look. If you like more shimmer, if you want something that's very much so cream to powder, or want clarity on your recycling stuff from the brand and you just want a response, that's me now, sorry, but it's true, then you might want to try something else that I mentioned. And finally, I brought this up in a Get Ready With Me over here. This is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. So contour stick primarily, but I can use this as a bronzer as well. This is creamy and wonderful and glides right on, but it is very, very light in terms of pigment, because that's a contour pigment. They are different. Wouldn't necessarily put it there. You would probably put it here. You would contour the face. I, again, use these very interchangeably, which might piss people off. I don't know. But I just feel like if it works, it works. Go with what works for you. And if I wanted to, I could just go like right in there. But the reason I added this here is because the blending is so good. And you can build it up without walking into like overly done territory. So you can see that's pretty nice, but there's something going on with this stick. And the first time I tried it, I really didn't know how to leverage this cooler tone. I feel like this looks probably the most natural of all. To me, it's between these two, the Axiology. I love that peachy hue. I'm gonna try their shape stick because it's a great contender compared to this. But I like that you can buy a mini in this. It's $26. You get 0.09 ounces, which is a lot less, but a little bit does seem to be going quite a long way. 3 shades available for this, which seems to be the average in the norm here. It is multi-material packaging, like most of these sticks. Plastic is included, sadly. The brand does respond to me, which I love. Thank you so much. There is no sheen, no shimmer. This is like a no muss, no fuss kind of contour stick. The texture on that is just really nice. So skin looks like skin, which is for me the ultimate goal. I haven't really been super fond of all the Westman Atelier products that I've tried. And at first, this one really didn't stick around on my radar. But having since lifted this back up and using it again, I'm really starting to like it more and more. Look at that. And watch it blend. It's actually pretty cool. These all blend really well though. But this is pretty great. Truth be told, I don't contour my face every day. That's not something I do. I'm very quick and easy. I try to keep it at 5 to 10 minutes, even when I'm testing stuff. So I wouldn't use this as much for that. But if you are going to want to contour and get some cool browsy warmth without the sheen, this is the contender. And now my face looks completely off balance with the bronze. And very glowy. I'm just gonna set it again. So those are the 4 options on my list. There are more out there, of course. I just couldn't make this a 20-minute long video or pages and pages on the website. So you can see details and everything that I talked about with links in the description. Keep me posted on your favorite bronzing sticks, how you like to use them. Bronzing sticks / contour sticks. Can we just call them bronzing contour sticks at this point? And let us know why you like them or maybe why you don't like them. If you tried any of these, share in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you like this and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more bronzer sticks and reviews, you can either check out my favorites back on the website. Out of the thousands that I've tried, those are my top 20 that I would buy again and again and again, and I have. Or you can check out this bronzer playlist over here on YouTube. Until next time, bye.